Do you know your business may be making money, but you still can't see it because you don't have a budget? Hi, this is Accounting Simplified. My name is Jidobi Ngozika. I'm a finance educator and a professional accountant. Today, I'll be guiding you through all you need to know about budgeting. I'm sure you've been hearing that terminology, budgeting. And today, I'll be putting us through all you need to know about budgeting. By the end of this video, you should know the components of a budget. You should know how to prepare a budget for your business. If that is something you would like to learn, kindly stick and stay to the end of this video. Okay, now I'll start by explaining what budgeting is all about. Now, what is budget? Don't bite me, madam. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. That's my co-host. Sorry about that. All right. Now, what is budget? Budget is a spending plan. Budget is a spending plan that helps your business know what you expect to earn. That is in terms of sales. It helps you know what you plan to spend. It helps you avoid overspending and helps you stay organized. Now, every business needs a budget, and one might ask me why. Isn't it obvious? Now, when you budget, you overspend. It helps you not to overspend, sorry. It shows where your money is leaking. It helps you plan for your stock, your rent, your staff, your basic expenses. That is your administrative expenses and your operational expenses. This is my madam. That's my helper. Let's do this video, please. Help us. People are listening to us. Eh? Just be kind to them. Please, please. Alright, now there are three parts of a budget. A budget has the expected income. How much do you expect to earn? Are we together? Be it from your sales, be it from side hustle, anything that earns you money is an expected income. That should be captured in your budget. That's the first part of your budget. The second part of your budget is your expected expenses. How much do you expect to spend in your business? That should cover your operational expenses and your core expense. When I say core expenses, I mean the cost of production. Are we together? Now, the third part you're going to have is your profit or loss. And in my previous video, I've told you how to get profit or loss. If your income is more than your expenses, you're going to get a profit. If your income is less than your expenses, you're going to get a loss. Now, how do you get profit or loss? I'll get right into it when I give you a clear example. There you will see how to get your profit or loss. Now, there are several types of expenses that a business owner must track. And number one expense you must track is your cost of production. How much does it cost you to produce your produce? To produce both your products and your services. Now, if you're someone that is into production, whereby you buy raw material, you should know how much it costs you to produce. Important. How much do you spend in producing your produce? You need to buy raw material, whatever it is, whatever costs you incur for you to produce what you're going to sell. That is your cost of production. If you're also into service, whatever cost you incur for you to produce that service, that will make up your cost of production. Another important cost is your transportation cost. How much does it cost to transport yourself from your shop to the market to buy the goods you want to sell and then back? That is your cost of transportation. Another very important cost is your rental cost. The place you're staying, the shop you're paying for, where you do your business, how much is your rent? You must know how much it is. Another important expense is your staff's salary. How much do you pay your staff at the end of the month? If you have 5 staff, you have 6 staff. How much is that salary that you pay them in total? Now, this list is not all that should be captured. Any other cost you incur to run your business will be captured in these expenses. That includes things like maybe data. If you're someone that you need data to run your business, if you need to buy NEPA bill, if you need light bill, if you need security, whatever cost that is needed for you to run your business normally should be recorded under your expenses. Are we together? So after that, you're going to know, after that, the last thing you're going to do is what is your profit and what is your expense. You will now say, okay, yes, I made a sale of maybe 5 million naira and my expenses is maybe 2 million naira. What is my profit? That is the next thing you need to calculate. What is your profit? Are we together? Now, let's get into a real life example to make this a lot more easier. Let's say you're a side hustler and maybe you sell shawarma. That is the business you do. Now, if for instance the sales for the month you made 350,000 naira, that is the total amount of sales you made for the month. And the expenses you incurred, first of all, cost of your production, cost of your chicken and the ingredients, pepper, maggi, ginger, garlic, everything cost you 180,000 naira. Alright, you take that down. The next cost you incur, maybe you bought gas. Of course, you're going to cook the chicken. And then you have electricity bill for those of us that will need oven to do the shawarma. So let's say that costs you 30,000 naira. Both the cost of gas and the cost of electricity cost you 30,000 naira. Another cost you incurred was cost of packaging. You bought foil, toothpick, every other cost that you incurred to enable you package that product. And let's assume it cost you 20,000 naira. Mama, can you hold? Can you hold? So let's assume the cost of transport and miscellaneous is 25,000 naira. Maybe you need to spend extra cost for transport. Another unplanned expenses cost you 25,000 naira. Now, total expenses so far would be 180,000, which is the cost of your production for the chicken, plus 30,000 plus 20 plus 80 plus 25. That will give you 335,000 naira. Now, what is our income? Our income is 350,000 naira. To get our profit, you say 350,000 naira minus 335,000 naira. That will give us 15,000 naira. This is your profit. Now, if the expenses was more than the income, let's assume you spend 420,000 naira, given an instance, for your expenses. By the time you subtract your 350 by the time you subtract your 420 from your 350, you'll be getting about 70,000 naira loss. So that will tell you that you made a loss, not a profit. Now, budgeting is very important. You can see that with this budgeting, you've been able to see whether you're making profit or not. What made in this business is very minimal, and that is because your expenses were too high. And if you look at the expenses, one expenses that really stood out was your cost of production. 180,000 naira was very high expenses. If that expenses were reduced, you have made more profit. So with our budgeting, we are able to see how much income we are able to make. We're able to see our expenses and even see the one that seems to be the highest. Now you're also able to know how much profit did you make. You also be able to make better decisions. Like for instance, because your expenses there is so much, you could say, okay, I'm going to find ways to reduce my expenses. If there are staff you don't really need, you might decide to disengage one of them so that you could save that money and that money will help to increase your profit. If there are also other expenses that are not necessary, the other expenses you can also reduce the cost, you can also reduce those costs so that by doing that you're going to make more profit. Also, if you can also reduce your cost of production, 180,000 naira is very high. So if you can say, okay, look for another supplier that will give you those same quantity of produce you want, maybe number of chicken and ingredients at a cheaper rate, but with the same quality. That would also help you increase your profit. So with this, you can see areas that you might need to cut down your expenses. That is because you're able to list out your expenses. You can see it out. So how do you use your budget? You use it first of all by writing the income you want. You're expecting to write. You're expecting at the beginning of the period. Put together. You also list the number of expenses that you intend to spend. Then you can put a control. You can say, okay, even though I have 50,000 naira as the expense I want to spend on maybe transport, I would see if I can spend 40,000 naira. That is the control. If you're able to achieve that, you've saved what 10,000 naira. Are we together? You can also apply this control for every other expense. So if you're able to place a control, even though you've set amount of and you have an amount of money, you budget it, and with that you're going to make more profit. And by doing this, you notice that you're in control of your business because you're not going to be spending money anyhow. Why? Because you're aiming at making more profit for your business. So with this, your business will be growing because once you have more profit, you can either invest that money into the business or use that money to buy something that will add more value to the business. That way, your business is growing. You will notice that you're going to also have reduced stress. Lack of cash is one thing that makes most business owners to get so stressed out. So when they know that they have enough cash, their stress level is going to come down very, very well. And they'll be able to put in more effort in the business because they're not thinking about where will I get money from. You understand? So budgeting helps you control your business. It helps you make better decision. Better decision. It helps you grow your business. It helps to reduce your stress. It helps you to know whether you're making profit or loss. Are we together? There are a lot of benefits of budgeting, but these are just to mention few. In case you need help with your business budget, you can send me a message, leave it in your comment section, send me a mail at ngozika sps@gmail.com and I could guide you or leave it in the comment section and I'll be glad to help you. Or you can send me a WhatsApp message on 07084551965 and I can help you. You can also watch this video over 7084551965 and I can help you. You can also watch this video over again and you would learn how to prepare your budget for yourself. As a business owner, you're able to do your budget by yourself. Are we together? But just in case you still want someone to guide you, you can send me a message or call me and I'll be glad to be of help to you. So for more professional tips, to help you in your business, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that you can know more things that will help your business grow and you won't miss anything. I want to thank you so much for watching and staying to the end of this video. I want to appreciate you and say thank you to all my subscribers. And if you've not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Please subscribe. Thanks so much. Have a beautiful day. God bless you. Bye. And see you in my next video.